Welcome to This Week in Crowder College, an in-depth look into how Crowder College students, faculty, and staff are working together so students soar to new heights, communities are impacted, and lives are changed. This Week in Crowder College is sponsored by the law offices of Wood and Peterson in Neosho, specializing in workers' compensation, personal injury, Social Security disability, and more. Learn more online at neoshoattorney.com. Now here's this week's edition of This Week in Crowder College.
Hey there, Four States. This is Luke Taylor. Welcome to another episode of This Week in Crowder College. And today we have on the phone with us Director of Admissions, Shally Lundien, and she's going to be chatting with us about how enrollment is going for this year. And so, hey, Shally, thanks so much for joining us here on this show.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's great to talk to you today. So here we are at the start of another semester. And how is enrollment looking right now for fall of 2024?
Fall enrollment has been doing excellent. We look like we are going to be at a point where we have more enrollment overall, including our non-dual credit. So those are our high school students. And then when we add those to our freshmen, transfers, re-enrolls, then we may pass our mark from last year.
Okay, well, that's great to see Crowder doing well, and I think it's just great for especially local high school students to take advantage of having such a great community college right here in our own hometown.
Absolutely. We right now are sitting with about 25 high schools and some other like Christian academies who are sending us dual credit students. We also have some dual enrollments there, but most of them are dual credit, which is a great opportunity for high schoolers to get some college courses under their belt and work their way towards a degree. Yeah,
and I'd hope anyone listening who's got teenagers or students who are entering that high school season right now, just to be thinking about how they could get on board with Crowder in the years to come, because there's a lot of opportunity there. And Crowder was I was at Crowder from 2006 to 2009, and really some of the best years of my life. I loved Crowder College, and you have a long history with Crowder as well, don't you?
That I do, and it's good to hear that you had attended Crowder. I, over 30 years ago, actually, I'll throw that out there, I was a student here at Crowder. I played softball for Coach Gillian, got an associate's degree in science, and moved on to Missouri Southern to do that. But it was a great experience. I have friends still to this day that I met here on campus, both athletes and non-athletes, and it was just a really good experience. Yeah,
and so you mentioned you were a softball player there, and then you went on to MSSU. What was it that brought you back to Crowder?
It was just the atmosphere. I love the opportunity that people get here from all walks of life. I was a first generation college student, and we encounter a lot of that. It's just a great place that you get a lot of great education in the small setting, and the campus is fun. It's neat to meet people from all over. It's just great to come back and be able to give back to Crowder, but also get to work for him and say I'm a Rough Rider again.
Yeah. Well, and so you're the Director of Admissions out there. Maybe just one last question. It's kind of just a personal curiosity, I guess, but I'm sure the summer and probably right now it's probably your busiest time of year, just getting all these students processed and all that. But after you get through the first few weeks of the semester and things are underway, what is it that you do throughout the rest of the year?
We continue. We continue on that recruiting process. We work with our new recruiters that we have that go out on campuses. We work with our other admissions staff here that we reach out for prospective students who are interested in learning more about Crowder, coming to Crowder or different sites that we have, our other campuses, and visiting them, seeing if it'd be a good fit for them. Working with the community about things that we offer, and keeping that enrollment going. We continuously are processing applications. We have a new application system, so we're working through that and trying to make it more streamlined and, just make things easier for students to see what it's like to be, if they want to become a college student and get some courses, whether it's a certificate or a degree.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, yeah. And those things like the job fairs, career fairs, all that kind of stuff, that can be very helpful to young students who are trying to look for the next place to go. And so before we go, if parents are listening, if young people are listening and they'd like to find out more about Crowder and the opportunities out there, well, where would you send them?
Well, they can easily go to our website. What is great there, and that's crowder.edu. If they access that, there's a lot of information just on their website there. There's a apply now if they're interested in applying. There's a what we call an RFI. It's an information request for information. It'll pop up. They can enter some information, and we can start reaching out and providing them some answers to their questions. Okay. That is probably the easiest and best opportunity to see what next steps that they can do or we can do to help them.
All right. Well, that's where people can go to find out more information. And if you get a chance, come visit Crowder College and take a tour.
Absolutely.
And, see all the wonderful things. You might get to meet Shally Lundien, who we've been speaking to today. And she's the director of admissions. So I know this is a busy time for her. But hey, Shally, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to chat with us and our listeners.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks for having us, and thank you for supporting Crowder.
Thank you for listening to This Week in Crowder College. This Week in Crowder College is sponsored by the law offices of Wood and Peterson in Neosho. You can listen to this broadcast again by going online to kneo.org or to crowder.edu. Tune in once again next week for another edition of This Week in Crowder College on KNEO 91.7 FM.
If you live within the broadcast area of KNEO Radio, we have a podcast just for you. The KNEO Community Connection keeps your finger on the pulse of what's coming up in the four-state area, telling you about upcoming events you don't want to miss, organizations in our communities doing great work, and conversations with the dynamic citizens who are behind it all. There's a lot going on around you that you don't want to miss. This is Luke Taylor. Join me each week as we talk about what's happening with the people who are making it happen. Brought to you by KNEO Radio 91.7 FM and the Sky High Podcast Network. Subscribe today wherever you get your podcasts.